Yo guys, how's it going? I know a lot of people have done this video, and I wasn't gonna do it because of that, but I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna make it anyways. So I'm gonna be talking about the dev blog that came out about PvP, and also the player-owned houses. I'll talk about that for a bit. But mainly, I'm gonna be focused on the PvP because I do have opinions on these things, and I feel like expressing them, I guess, with you all, I don't know. But just so you all know ahead of time, I'm probably literally going to be just training agility in this video, so don't expect any like PKing or anything. I'll probably put out a PK commentary later this week, although I do have exams this week, so if there isn't a video, that's why. But I don't know, we get out pretty early, so I'll probably put out a PK commentary, but yeah, let's get started on. Okay, so the first change or the first thing in the dev blog is the untradeable items in PvP. Now this is the thing I have been waiting. Oh my goodness, I don't even know. I've been waiting like years for it, feels like. This change I feel like has been needed for so long. But the thing is, I'm still seeing people who are saying they're going to vote no on this. And a lot of their reasoning is, I want to abuse Void. That's why I'm going to vote no. And, you know, like, that's fair. You want to... But what I don't get is if you're a Voider, this isn't going to hurt you. So, let's say I'm using Void, and I think what they proposed in the Q&A was 30k per piece of Void. So, I'd be risking 120k. I would have to pay to repair my Void if I were to die. So, I'm risking, like, 120k. And if someone kills me, they get 90k. So that 25% is leaving the game, which is good for the game, but not that, like, the fact that people are saying, oh, I don't want to risk that 120k. But what I'm seeing in this is, if I'm a Voider, and I'm fighting another Voider, that means that Voider's risking 90k. I may be risking 120k, but that Voider's risking 90k. And not that I'm, like, the best Void PKer on the planet, but there's a lot of bad Voiders out there. So if I'm Void PKing, and I fight another Voider, like, more often than not, I'm going to kill the Voider before they kill me. Voiders just in general, like, I mean, it's something that's very simple, and there's a lot of beginner PKers in Void. I mean, if you're a decent PKer and you're using Void, you're easily going to go up on Voiders than they're, like, you're going to kill a Voider more than they're going to kill you. So, if I kill 5 Voiders and then die and lose my 120k, I killed 5 Voiders, 90k apiece, that's 450k loot, right? No, 5. Wait, did I say 9? Okay, well, wait, okay, 90k times 5, okay, 450k, good math, Teddy. But, I'd be up 450k, and then I die, and I have to go pay 120k, like, I profited, what, 330k? The mental math isn't really on point, I don't know if that's right, but you'd be, like, you're gonna, as long as you're killing Voiders more often than you're dying to them, it's something that I think is gonna benefit you. Like, any decent PKer, I feel like, should be voting yes for that, and I've seen some people who I would consider good PKs, and they say they're voting no because they want to abuse Void, and I'm like, I swear you're just going to profit more. But I don't know, if people haven't looked at that, hopefully I hope you now see, or, like, understand that, because, like, more risk involved for anyone who's a good PK, or more risk involved for other people is going to be a benefit to you. Okay, so I kind of just ranted for like 2 minutes, but I don't think I really explained it. So if any of you all don't know exactly what they're, like, planning to do, is they're making it so if I were to go into the wilderness with Void, I would and I were to die, normally I would go back and pick it up, and it would be like I could just pick it up and wear it again. But what they're planning to do is make it so if I died with Void, I would go pick it up, and then it would be in a broken state, kind of like a Barrows piece. So I would take it back to Purdue, the guy who you can fix your untradables with. Or not fix your untradables. You can get your untradables back, like the Book of Law and things like that, like your God Capes you can get back. And you would pay him a fee, and he would change your broken pieces back to the normal kind so that you could wear them again. So this game would be, or these coins would be leaving the game because when someone kills you, they would get 90k. Let's say if you were using full Void, and then I'd have to take my Void back, and I'd give them 120k. So 30k would be leaving the game. And yeah. And they're planning to do that for Void, Barbarian Assault stuff, so Torso, Fighter Hat, Fire Cape, Defenders, and the Castle War stuff. I'm kind of actually surprised about the Castle War stuff, because Halo isn't really overpowered, I don't think, at all. It's not like it actually has very good stats. Like, it's not bad, but oh well. But yeah, those are the items they're planning on doing it for. And in general, I think that's fine. Some people are kind of annoyed about the Fighter Torso and Defender and stuff. I'm guessing the reason they're frustrated about that is because they already have to risk quite a bit as a Zerker and stuff. But when you look at it right now, there's so many rune peers who are going around with like Slayer Helm, Torso, Black D'Hide Chaps. They risk the same as an AGS peer, and people already don't think AGS peers risk enough. So then they'll have to be risking, which will be good. And that also leads to another thing about the Slayer helms and rune painted helms and rune painted kites. And I believe, I don't even know if I saw this in the poll here. 1 second, let me look for it. Okay, so I don't actually see it in the dev blog, but on stream they mentioned making it so Slayer helm imbued. Right now, if you have a Slayer helm imbued, when you die right now, you'll drop a black mask imbued, and that is an untradeable item. So the person you're fighting can't get that. So you can run back, pick up your black mask eye, and put on like the nose peg and stuff, and it turns back into a Slayer helm, and then you have those stats. And if you all don't know why people use Slayer helm, it has the defensive stats of a rune full helm with plus 10 mage defense, compared to the rune full helm's like -1 or something, and it has plus 3 range and mage attack bonus compared to the rune full helm's like -5 and -3 or something like that. So basically, it's like a rune full helm that also has a little bit higher attack bonus for range, which is why most people use it when they're using MSB. But also because when you use it, you don't have to really risk anything, because you can just go pick it up and then put like nose pegs on it or whatever. And so what they said, sorry about that, what they said on stream was that they would make it so that if you're using a Slayer Helm Eye, it doesn't matter if it's imbued, they would just make it drop a black mask if you were to die. And I think this is good because it's pretty annoying that, I don't know, I just, like, if you're using a Slayer Helm, it's better than a Rune Full Helm, yet you don't have to risk anything. Like, you should at least be having to risk a Rune Full Helm. But what they're going to do is, I think they're just going to completely get rid of it, which is good. So you won't see Rune Peers with Slay Helm anymore. The only thing that I'm kind of, I don't know, the only reason I wouldn't see a positive to that is the, like, 13 Defense Peers and 10 Defense Peers. I think it's kind of unique for them to have Slayer Helm. You know, it's kind of like a cool benefit. At only 10 defense, you can wear this helm that has really good stats. But the fact that you don't have to risk while using it is kind of annoying. But they are just going to get rid of it, so that's kind of going to make those accounts like 13 defense. Probably you will see you won't see them anymore unless they're unskulling with it, which will be even more annoying. But oh well. So yeah, and then they're also going to do that for Rune Heraldic helms and Rune Kite Shields, I believe. So the painted ones, if you all know, you can paint Rune Full Helms and Rune Kites in your house, and that makes them untradeable, so when you die, you can just run and pick them up. So you don't have to risk, like Voiders using Kite Shields, they don't have to risk their Rune Kite Shield, which, you know, they already aren't risking right now. But it would basically make them have to risk 40k more, because if you die with a Heraldic item, it will drop the regular item. So if you have a Rune Painted Helm, it'll drop a Rune Helm, which is really good, I think, because honestly, it's just so annoying that you can have a Rune Full Helm and literally just paint it, and then like it just becomes untradeable and the person can't get it. Like, that's so annoying, especially for Voiders with their Kite Shields. It's so frustrating. But I think that change is going to be good. But that means that 42 defense accounts will, like, their best helm is probably going to be a Rune Full Helm, or like some random item. Like, I don't know. I used to wear a Halo on mine, and that wasn't. I mean, I mostly just did that for like swag purposes. I was like, oh, Halo looks cool, but like, they won't have a helm that gives decent stats and isn't worth anything, or they don't have to risk anything. That's what I mean. So I think a lot of 42 defense accounts will end up going 45 because of that, which isn't bad either, because Berserker helm's 50k. They'll have to risk 50k more. But also 45 defense accounts who want to use Slayer Helm will be using Berserker Helm. So more risk involved, in my opinion, is much better. So that update will bring, I think, more people risking, which will be a lot better. Okay, so that was like the biggest thing. I really wanted those changes to happen. I really want Void and all those untradables to break, because I think it's going to benefit the game. I think it's going to be much better. But they did actually have a few other things in the poll, like the skip target button. Now that's literally like a convenience thing. I really wish it was you like couldn't get a target or something if the person was a looter, as in like they had like the minimal risk, or they were in like 20 plus wilderness. I wish you just couldn't get them, but I think they pulled that and that didn't pass, which is pretty unfortunate, because no one goes up to 20 wilderness to fight their targets. Like, reasonably, almost no one does it unless you look up their stats and you know they're a bot, and then you're gonna go get a free tier upgrade. That's the only reason someone tallies up to kill them. But so the skip button, I'm pretty sure that'll pass. Honestly, it's literally just like a convenience thing. but that'll be kind of nice. And then the bounty hunter skulls based on GE value is also just kind of like, I guess it's quality of life. It's not going to change too much, but it will be nice to know someone's... Oh, whoops, Skittles isn't... Okay, 1 second. Skittles is hitting at my door. Okay, those of you who don't know, by the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but Skittles is my cat. He's kind of what my YouTube and everything is named after, Lil Skitterz. But yeah, he was hitting at my door, so I'm sorry. I had to let him in. But I think I was... Oh yeah, the bounty hunter skull is based on GE value. So I think that'll be nice. I mean, I don't think it's going to change too much, but I don't know if it's... I'm pretty sure it only goes by literally what you're wearing. So when people are wearing, like, full rune and stuff, like, I can't really think about... I'm trying to think about how that's really going to change, because most things don't have a high value besides their alch value. Like, maybe if someone has a Robin on, but no one's going to have a Robin on in BH anyways. So there might be some item that I just can't think of right now that's kind of like that, but honestly, I don't know if that's going to change all that much, but I mean, it's definitely a change that I think makes sense, and hopefully it'll pass. But then, pretty much like, the biggest update besides the Untradeables one, okay, maybe it's not. Okay, these next two. So the dropping items in the wilderness. Now this update. Now I don't know why. I'm not sure really the reasons why people wouldn't vote for this. I guess there's scammers who would vote no. But there might be other reasons that I just can't think of right now. So if anybody does know, feel free to drop them down below. But this will get rid of people dropping AGS in risk fights and things like that. Which, I mean, you shouldn't, like... If you're going to risk an AGS, like, it's so hard right now because you never know if the person could just be dropping. And that's so frustrating. Like, if you knew that someone wasn't able to drop their AGS, I feel like it'd be so much better. You'd find more people risking AGS, and you wouldn't have to do, like, Ranger Boots, Ranger's Tunic, and, like, all these random things when you could just bring your AGS, and you know that they wouldn't be able to drop it. So it'd just be... I think it might make high risking a little bit more popular. I don't know if it really will, but that would be pretty cool. And I do think that'll pass. I really do. Like, I don't think there's enough people that don't think that should pass. So, hopefully that'll be good. And then hand in hand with that is the food and potions. I'm not really going to talk about that because I don't deep wild PK, so I don't think I have a good... I don't think I have really an opinion on that. But, lastly, the other big one is the items kept on death based on GE value or alch value. So right now, if you are in the wilderness, okay, they have the example right here. I can kind of drag it over for a sec. So they have the rune med helm and the rune robin. If you were skulled in the wilderness using protect item, you would protect a rune med over a robin because its alch values are. Pretty sure most of you all know this because I think most of you all PK. But basically, the change that I think this is going to make, the biggest change this is going to make is 60 attack and 50 attack accounts can always use a B ring. They can bring a B ring eye 24/7 over their DDS and Gmaul because it's got a 4 mil GE value compared to its alch value. Compared to its alch value because it's like, I don't know, like an 8k alch value or something pretty small. So people would always be able to bring that, which is nice for Zerkers trying to hit 40/40s, things like that. They wouldn't have to risk a B ring. But right now, I could see the thing that I'm going to be most annoyed about if this does pass is there's going to be more and more unskulling AGSers because 60 attack accounts and 50 attack accounts will always be able to bring B ring because it'll be the highest valued item unless they're using like an amulet of torture on a Zerker, which I don't know. If I could protect B ring, I would just bring a strength dummy. Fuck that. But there's going to be, because they're always going to be able to have it, 75 attack pures are going to want to use it too. And people already unskull with AGS, so they can protect their AGS Fury or whatever so that they can't lose it. But now, if I were on my AGS pure, if I were to unskull, it doesn't actually benefit me, like it doesn't give me any max hits or anything. But if I were to go on my AGS pure after this update and I could protect... Oh, by the way, I totally realized this thing is still over there. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I don't think anybody's really watching, but if I could protect a B ring unskulled compared to like right now where I could not, I could unskull and I might be able to bring a B ring, but it's really annoying because like if you loot a Gmaul and get rushed, you'd lose it. But if I could bring a B ring and unskull, then I would be getting those 2 max hits from the B ring eye that I wouldn't have before. So I think more and more people will be unskulling, which will kind of suck. But I mean, I'm really this is the question that I don't think it's gonna pass. And I'm probably going to vote yes, but I mean, that's the one that in my mind, I'm having like the most undecidedness. I don't even know. That's the one I really don't know about. But yeah, let me know what you all think of that one down in the comments. There might be sides to it that I just haven't like heard yet and that I haven't thought of. So if you all do have anything, feel free to share it because I would be interested. Okay, so I did say I was gonna talk about the construction, but I'm pretty sure the video is already at like 12 minutes or 15 minutes or something really long, and I don't think you all really want to watch me do agility for much longer, so I'm just gonna end the video here. So let me know what you all think, what your opinion is on every single one of these things, because I'm interested and I'm totally open to hear these things, because a lot of the time I'm easily influenced by things I hear, which is a good and bad thing, I guess. But I'm pretty stubborn on a lot of these points, like the untradables. Oh, please pass. I really wanted to, but obviously vote the way you think. But yeah, feel free to share your comments and stuff in the okay, share it in the comments. I don't even know what I was about to say. But also, I don't know if these ramble videos are interesting or not. I kind of enjoyed them. They're kind of fun to do actually. And I made some. I don't know. I think I got like 20k maybe agility XP this video, which not bad. And then I fall, but. Yeah, let me know what you all think of that, and I've got my exams this week. I think I already said this, so I don't know about videos, but hopefully a PK commentary on my AGS peer sometime soon. Yeah, I'll talk to you all later this week, probably, and have a good one.